I have been every voice.
You are the chosen one!
Anakin! Anakin!
This is where the fun begins.
Inside your head.
Hello my dear friends and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In today's video we have some more set leaks for Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're also going to be talking about Rian Johnson, the Mandalorian and more. As always my dear friends, before I dive into the news, please may I ask you to hit that big red subscribe button if you've not done so, and also be sure to give that bell a good old tickle to be alerted each and every time that I post new content. So just one final reminder guys, there is the 60k special up on my channel, so do go check that out. But without much further ado and without any more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So if you remember a couple of weeks ago we had the set leaks for Obi-Wan Kenobi where an employee went and filmed the entire set of Tatooine. Well now someone else has taken more pictures that look very similar to the Lars homestead, and this is what they look like. So as the post of these photos points out, it looks like the Lars homestead, but others have noted it might be the set for the Book of Boba Fett, because both shows are being filmed in LA. What's more is that it might even be for the Mandalorian Season 3, which is also in production in the same location. Now the person who filmed the Kenobi set leaks a couple of weeks ago did say he'd be going back to film some more nighttime footage of the set in the upcoming weeks, so I will look out for those and keep you guys posted. I know he watched the video I made reacting to those set leaks and he even commented down below, so if you're watching good sir, just know we're waiting with anticipation. Just please don't lose your job over it. Having said that, all of these set leaks might be orchestrated by Lucasfilm. So funnily enough, a lot of Star Wars fans seem to think that the Kenobi series is going to be the most leaked show of any Star Wars project, and that's because of its significance and the magnitude of it. I generally don't like leaks, but set leaks are an exception, since it doesn't always give away any plot details. Like in this instance, I think more or less everyone knows that the show is going to take place primarily on Tatooine, so no real surprises there. As for genuine plot leaks, I can't stand them, and that stems from the disaster that was the build-up to the rise of Skywalker. Honestly, I should have stayed away from the internet, but like so many of us, I was very curious. When I read the leaks, I instantly doubted them, and I can even recall saying to a friend how stupid it was to make Rey Palpatine's granddaughter. I think I said something along the lines of, it's just bad fan fiction, but then what do you know, come December 19th I went to the movie, and half an hour in I'm like shit, the leaks are true. And what a mess that movie turned out to be as a result. So I stay away from plot leaks, but when it comes to character leaks or even set leaks, as long as they don't reveal too much, I'm happy with it. But what do you guys think of these set photos? Is it Lars homestead? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. So now we're going to move on to something very juicy, and I know it's going to cause a lot of division in the comments, but something about this made me chuckle pretty hard. So Soraya Wilson, who as we know interviewed Rian Johnson a few times, has spoken to him recently, and this is what she said. She asked Rian Johnson if he'd consider doing an episode of The Mandalorian, and he said he was dying to, but that for him it's all about scheduling. He's been writing KO2, which is Knives Out 2, and now he's going to go directly into filming it, so it would be a matter of finding time to break away and do it. He said he's spoken to Dave Filoni and even went to visit the set during season 1. He said it was so cool and told him that he was very jealous. He had seen Baby Yoda months before the reveal, and he said it was fascinating seeing the way that they're shooting the show. Now reading the comments for this Twitter thread really made me regret not buying popcorn when I went to the supermarket yesterday, because holy f*** was this entertaining. As you might expect, there were two factions of fans. Those who absolutely love The Last Jedi, who came out to say that they want Rian Johnson to direct the Mandalorian Season 3 finale, and there were others in the same camp who hoped that Rian could become a staple of the show. Then in the other camp, as you would expect, you had fans who didn't particularly like Episode 8, saying that they want Rian Johnson to stay as far away as possible from The Mandalorian. Now, can I be completely honest with you? Is it just me, or does it seem like when Rian Johnson said he was jealous of Dave Filoni, it seems like he acknowledges that the fans are more on board with the Mandoverse and what Favreau and Filoni are doing than his own contribution to Star Wars? Now, no matter what you thought of The Last Jedi, I do wonder if the writing and directing style of Rian Johnson would even work in Mando. You see, The Mandalorian is a show that is really unique to the vision of Favreau and Filoni. Now, of course, the show has had many other directors like Peyton Reed, Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Rodriguez, and so on, but all of those episodes directed by others were still written by either Jon and Dave. Rian Johnson is a writer and director, and in the making of The Last Jedi, he even admitted that when he works on projects, he wants full control of the writing and directing. To put it another way, he's a very hands-on director who's not scared to go on set and express what he wants when he wants it. If Rian Johnson did direct an episode of The Mandalorian, the chances are he'd want to write it too. And you have to wonder, as a Star Wars fan, would it work as a standalone episode in a season of Mando that already has a creative vision? But what do you guys think? Do you want Rian Johnson to direct an episode of The Mandalorian, or would you prefer if he stayed away? Now, I have a hunch about what people are going to say in the comments about this, but I'm going to read them anyway. So finally, my friends, we're going to be talking about how The Mandalorian can explore an unresolved mystery from the prequels. And what they're talking about is Kamino. In Attack of the Clones, George Lucas set up an intriguing mystery surrounding Kamino's cloning operations. Obi-Wan found the planet missing from the Jedi archives, then discovered that they were creating a clone army for the Republic on the orders of Sifo Dyas, a Jedi who died years earlier. However, during the process for writing Episode 3, George Lucas decided to drop the storyline in order to focus on Anakin's turn to the dark side. While it was ultimately the right decision for Episode 3, it's a shame that Kamino's mysteries were never explained. They could be in the Bad Batch because we do know Kamino is going to be a focal part of the upcoming series. But The Mandalorian could be the ideal way to bring Kamino into live action again. Even though The Mandalorian takes place after the events of Return of the Jedi and a long time since the prequel trilogy, it would be good to know what happened to Kamino and all of the mysteries surrounding it. During the build-up to The Mandalorian Season 2, there were rumours that we would see either the planet of Naboo and Kamino in the upcoming season. Unlike the sequel trilogy, The Mandalorian is not afraid to embrace the prequel era. The show has even included references to Gungans, pit droids, and of course the High Ground. The fact that it's even mentioned cloning is a huge win for fans who are sick of the prequel era being vilified, but its inclusion as a major point in Grogu's arc presents The Mandalorian with an opportunity to really dig into this aspect of the Star Wars mythos, beyond just a wink to the audience. So you might be wondering, how would Kamino even factor into The Mandalorian? Well, in Chapter 12, The Siege, during the Imperial base infiltration, Mando and our heroes stumbled across ominous evidence of a cloning operation, which was seeking Force-sensitive DNA with a high M count. Dr. Pershing is responsible for a lot of this, and he even had the Kaminoan badge, as we first saw in Season 1. It's almost guaranteed that he has strong ties to the expert cloners, the Kaminoans. In Season 3, The Mandalorian should really explore what is this cloning project, what is Dr. Pershing's link to cloning and the Kaminoans in general, and are the clones really leading to Palpatine's return? Going forward, it does seem likely that we will see Kamino or even references to the planet in The Mandalorian. But what do you guys make of this? Do you think we'll see Kamino in the future? And generally, what did you think of today's news update? If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, do all that good stuff down below, and also guys, if you're feeling generous, please consider going over to Patreon, where for just $2 or $10 a month you get exclusive access to content that's not found here on YouTube. I'm Star Wars Meg, wishing you all a phenomenal rest of the day, no matter where you dwell in the galaxy. Have a good one.